Now here we will see the reproduction, sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. So here we will see that there will be involvement of two gametes, the male gametes as well as the female gametes. So I would like to tell you the parts of the flower. Now mainly the flower is having the four part. First one is the sepal. Mainly it is divided into four part. Okay, so first one is the sepal, second one is the petal, second one is the petal. So third one we can see the stamen. So you can see the stamen is not written over here. So here the male part, the anther and the filament, this is called stamen. This is the third one. Now the fourth one, stigma, style and ovary, these three are making carpel, and this is the number 4. So mainly it is divided into four part: sepal, petal, stamen and carpel. So mainly the flowers part is divided into four parts. Now see what is its function, how it's look like. So let's start. First we will start with the sepal part. Now sepal part, now it is indicating this one, the this bird part, the little flower part. So what is the function of this one? In every flower we will see this one, the sepal part. So what is the function of the sepal? Now here the actually the main function of the sepal is when the flower is in the young stage, when they are just about to evolve, when they are about to grow. So at that time they just protect, that means they will just protect the whole flower just like this, and the flower will be very safe just under here. That means under here it will be very safe, and the sepal will cover from both the sides. Now I will show you the diagram of a rose plant. So everybody loves the rose flower. So in that flower we just can see that from both the sides the sepals are just protecting the rose. Now when they just started growing, so they will just tear the sepal part and they will come out from the middle one. So this is the flower of this is the function of the sepal. Now next part we are having the petal. Now the petal, it is indicating the red part. Now this is the, we can say that this is the colored part, and this is the most beautiful part of a flower. If they are having a beautiful part, that means they are attracting everything. That means if the beautiful things attract everyone. So here the function of the petal is to attract the insects and the birds. Now for what? For the pollination of the insects. That means for the, that means we can say for the reproduction they are attracting the bird as well as the insect. Now we are having the third that is the stamen. Now stamen is having two part, first is anther and second one is the filament. So what is the function of the anther and the filament? We can also say that the stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower. Now what is their function? So we can see the anther is indicating the yellow one, and the filament is indicating the long tendril like this one. It is having a cylindrical structure, so this is called the filament. So anther is the part, actually it is the upper part of the stamen, and the filament is the longer one. So the pollen grain is consisting over here, and that means they are having the pollen grain and they just fuse with the this one. The last part we can see the carpel part. Now carpel is not written anywhere, but the stigma, style and ovary, they are consisting and they are making carpel. First part I will talk about the stigma. Now stigma means, the meaning of the stigma is also sticky like structure. So stigma, style and ovary, they makes the female reproductive system. So here the stigma, that means whenever the male pollen, the pollen grain will come here, the stigma will stick over here. Now the style, the tube-like structure that connects the ovary and the stigma is called the style. So this tube is called the style, which transfer the pollen grain. Now the last part is ovary part. So this is the swollen part of the that means swollen part of the female reproductive system. So here there is a, oh, that means the ovules are present, that is called the female gamete, and here the pollen grain will enter and they will fuse to produce a new plant. So we had completed the, that means we had just seen the parts of the flower. So from the next video we are going to read the pollination part, that means how they just pollinate, how there is a transfer of the male and the female gamete. So that's it for today. Have a nice day.